Alright, away we go. Oh, select a file. Beautiful, gorgeous. Beautiful cell shading. Saw it on the Yube. The ceremony. I like how the bubbles floating is a very smooth animation. And like even the arm at rest is a very smooth animation, but the like running is a very like, what do you even call that? There's not a lot of tweens. Yeah. I appreciate that. It's very snappy. Ooh, climbing stamina. Hello, Shadow of the Colossus. Look how high saturation it gets when you go outside. Oop. Like, in the dark, low saturation. In the light, higher saturation. Beautiful. I love it. Because eyeballs do be working like that. I'm surprised jumping isn't stamina. North, the Dunboyne. South, the Wind Tower. Chums is written crudely on a sign. Burnt Oak Station. What is that? Me already getting distracted. Whoa! What is that? I can open it! Nothing of use to be found on the ship, but I notice a blinking light flashing on the dashboard of the cockpit. Voice crackles from the machinery in front of me. It sounds like a recording. It's barely audible. Stop messing about with those buttons, you absolute idiot. Sorry, Ramen. Concentrate. I don't think I have to remind you how much work it was to get this far. We're almost there. Alright, let's see what that old machinist told us holds up. If not, they'll be hell to pay. I hear the sound of mechanical adjustments being made. 3 clicks. Buttons being pressed, perhaps? Okay, when I push this orange thing, pull that lever. Hard. Yes, Ramen. The sound of a click and a loud grunt before a snapping sound. Oh, on Rohana's mask. Not that hard, you've torn it out. Suddenly the speakers are filled with static, and a low rumble that gradually increases in pitch. Then the sound of someone cheering. It worked, we're flying. More cheering. Is that the sound of someone dancing? Okay, let's focus. This thing is moving fast, we need to slow it down a bit. How do we do that, Ramen? Let me check the machinist notes. Is it move the lever? Long pause. The rumbling static sound that started playing when the ship took off is still increasing in pitch. Ramen? That lever, Toma! The one you just ripped out. We're going too fast. We're gonna crash. We need to try to... The recording cuts off there. Oof. That's rough, buddy. Are you looking for a calibrator? I don't know, am I? I tell Saima I have no idea what she's talking about. She seems annoyed, but that is generally her way. Saima laughs off my irritation, but I'm not going to give her the satisfaction. I cross my arms and try to effect a change. I'll give you the calibrator. I put up my hand, proud of myself for standing tall before Saima. If you give me some beetles, that's a fair trade, isn't it? Something you want for something I want. I try to decide if it's more mature to push her over and steal the calibrator, or acquiesce. But then I simply stifle a sigh and shake her little hand. Perhaps some of the adults in the camp know where I can find some. Am I looking for a calibrator? Bird. Ibex camp. could ask about catching beetles for that awful little Saima. Do you know where I can find some beetles? There's a nest of beetles just east of here. You can't just walk up to one and catch it, though. There's some seeds growing on the rocks around the nest. Drop a seed on the floor, and the beetle will start eating it. Then you can sneak up and grab it. Though I've told myself not to be too eager, it's all I can do not to race up to Driss. Driss is the camp manager. He's been difficult to get a hold of lately, but now I strongly suspect that he's been working on my bike in secret. Perhaps it's extra beautiful, or has some custom feature. What will its name be, I wonder? How fast will it go? Will my legs feel sore, or will I get used to it? Driss turns with a bit of a start. Sable! Hello! Hi? I asked Driss how he is. Driss, sorry. I'm well. I let it hang there a moment. Yeah. But I can't do it. I'm too keen, and the words spill out. I asked Driss if he might, sort of, possibly, maybe have a bike for me. Your bike! He yells it like it's an idea he's just had. Your bike! Yes, of course, right, yes, your bike. That I prepared for you, because today is your... Did you forget? In Objector, I gently ask if he may have forgotten. What? I would never. It's obviously I have your bike. By which, I mean I arranged it for you. Well, it's sort of a tutorial for you. Oh. Yes, exactly, a learning experience. You see, Sable, before one can own their own bike, they must prove that they can ride a bike by taking a test ride on a different bike. Think about it and find I've never heard of that part of the gliding, but Driss does seem earnest, sort of. So instead of worrying about your bike, I'd like you to try this bike as a test. Driss gestures to the sand cutter at his side. It's quite old and a little shabby. A tester if I've ever seen one. A test. How will you ever ride your own bike if you haven't tested your riding skills? Come on, Sable, it's part of it. He laughs weakly. It's not convincing. Now, ride the bike through the ring and back. And here's some advice for you, my young glider. Don't fall off. Okay. So I assume the bike is the thing that accidentally got teleported over there? This is pretty fun, actually. Darn it. I return to Driss, who somehow manages to seem caught off guard despite knowing I was coming. Sable! Congratulations! How was your first pre-glide ride? Any strange rattles? Unexplained hissing? Small fires? What? Surely you'd notice if you were on fire, even a little bit. Was that a possibility? Well, obviously it didn't happen, so I think we're fine. Everything sounded normal. Well, the sand cutter must like you then. It's usually a little more temperamental with new riders, but you're not even a little bit on fire. Have you already been by Hilal? Oh, right. I'd nearly forgotten about Hilal, and thank Driss for the reminder, before at least nudging him a little about the bike. I asked him if I'll still be getting one. Well, you're getting the use of this sand cutter. That's something, eh? You can borrow it to run your little errands. My little errands! And Hilal's got something to show you, too. Help you out with more of that, mobility you're after. With my confidence in this exercise only lightly tarnished, I thank Driss very much for his help and his bike, and I depart for Hilal. Oh my goodness, it's so wobbly. If you do things you're not supposed to do. Umar is a man of few words. He's nothing if not consistent. Where do I go to, like, sleep? I can feel Jotty smiling behind her mask, just as I know she can feel the teeth-baring little grimace behind mine. Right? I'm nervous, and she's softly, sweetly amused. In her eyes, I probably have very little to worry about. You know you have nothing to worry about, don't you, Sable? And yet... I shrug, but any attempts to act casual are fruitless. The movement is jerky, and I don't think I've ever been more aware of my little shoulders. She laughs. I mean it. But I do know how you are. You're going to be nervous until you've started, and then you'll act like you've been doing it your whole life. Remember the first time you rode a bike? You wouldn't even let me put you on the seat, you were so afraid. Your hands were like little claws gripping into me. I feel the memory in my fingers. Oof, it's how I'm just not used to talking this much, so I'm all yawny. Oof. But then I promised you it was going to be all right. I told you how much I had loved riding my bike as a young woman, and how wonderful the wind felt through fabric. Suddenly there you were. You sat down. You leaned forward and put those little grasping claws on the handles, and you were off. I remember thinking, just watching you tear over the sand, look at her. She can do whatever she wants. Jotty reaches out and places a hand on the edge of my mask. And you can, Sable. I take a breath. I don't know where to start. Jotty's story warms me, but I feel too overwhelmed to let it settle. I tell her with a sigh that I don't know where to begin. She chuckles. Well, I could help with that. You'll need to talk to Hilal and Driss. Driss should already have made the arrangements for your bike, and Hilal will share something, well, let's say as useful as it is fun, I think I might suspect what Jotty's saying, but I stay quiet. After that, I suppose we'll see you off. Is there a wrong path? I asked Dratty what will become of me if I choose the wrong path. There are no wrong paths, Sable, or right ones. I'll be glad if you choose to stay with the Ibexi, but truth be told, I'll be glad no matter what, so long as you're happy. Whatever you decide, you do so with my blessing. So don't try using me as an excuse to come home early, eh? She knows me. Now go speak with Hilal. I'll be there to see you off. And speak with Dress as well. I've told him to arrange your bike with Cizo, but you know how he is. Oh, a compass. Oh, thank God. A compass to help you on your journey. It's the same one I used on my gliding. An artifact, you might say. I take the device in my palm. It fits naturally there, perfectly weighted and crafted. Each component slides together with an incredible, satisfying precision. Thank you. Q for compass. I could ask about catching beetles for that awful little Saima. Not right now. As I approach Halal, they give an enthusiastic wave. I've always appreciated Halal's verve and vigor, and on a day like this, I'm ready to match it, with a touch of nerves for balance. Sable, take this! Halal hands me a small round stone. Right. As it nestles into my palm, I feel a warmth not borrowed from Halal's hands, but emanating from within. I run my thumb over it and find it softly electric, like static on cloth. What is this? I try to sound less confused than I am, but I ask Halal what this is. Oh, Sable, you can't leave without it. What I've just given you is a gliding stone. What do you feel? Warmth? Fuzziness? Then you're doing it right. What you feel in that stone is openness. I look at the stone. It seems quite closed. Gliding stones are vessels for the perpetual. They suck up its power like little sponges and hold it there for you to channel. Right now it's empty, or dormant, and waiting for you to fill it up. I ask how I can do this. Take it to the temple ruins at the edge of the canyon. You'll be able to activate it there. Hilal claps their hands twice and bobs a little. I appreciate their good mood at a time like this. Come back to me once that's done. I want to hear all about it. Okay, but also, do you know where I can find some beetles? There's a nest of beetles just east of here. You can't just walk up to one and catch it, though. There's some seeds growing on the... This is the same. Okay, to the temple. So, do I care about, Whoa! Do I care about, nighttime, or... Postbox. Oh, shit. No sleep needed. Is there fall damage? Oh, okay. Oh, theft. No. Money! Or something. Currency. Currency can be used. To buy goods and services. Oh, I slide down anyway. Damn, okay. Message received. Maybe. We're gonna find out. Maybe I can just, like, even climb up this tree. Yeah, we're talking. Oh, is this a jump and a... Oh my god. Okay, well... Shit. Okay. I'm not actually sure I can jump and then... Well... What's happening here? I'm a very sad man. My sister's outside. Okay. So don't sprint and do it, I think is the answer. Ooh. Yeah. Hopefully it's not the Beatles. Because I don't have the thing for the Beatles. Ooh. That's sunlight. Ooh. Hmm. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna try it anyway, but... Damn! What is this? What the fuck? Offered up by chums when planting themselves into the ground. Perfectly smooth and hard as a rock, these eggs seem to float with how light they are. There must be a good place to deliver these. What the fuck? But I got here anyway, 'cause cheese in it. Take that, dickhead. Ooh, what's that? Atomic power supply. Ba 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 ba. I'm cheesing it. I knew it. Cuts. A cache of 100 cuts. Made from metal harvested from crashed ships. They have holes punched through the middle where a rope can be slid through for easy and convenient transportation. Ah, the money is called cuts. Alright. There may or may not be something else up there. But I'm satisfied for now. Alright, I was supposed to go to a temple. I'm actually still not quite sure how to read this compass. Oh, another one. Also, this music is so fucking cute. Burb. Hmm. Oh. Ah, Jesus. Do you want me to go get your sister? Okay. I'll be right back. Oh my god, a menu. Why didn't I think there would be a menu? Oh my god, you can change your clothes. Oh my god, a map. Holy shit. Yeah, I have no idea what these markers are for. Smaller than Skyrim. Oh, and that's just the menu that we've already seen. So if you select the quest, it'll tell you. Ah, I see. Okay, well, the good news is... What the fuck is this? I'm gonna take away these. The good news is I think I'm where I'm supposed to be. Oh yeah, that is the... How do you... I like how I have a quest part that I don't know... Don't know what the quest is. Ooh, do you hear that humming? Do I low-key hope it's like, aw man, we really need a da-da-da-da-da-da, and I'll be like, you mean this? And they'll be like, oh shit. The stone thrums like the beat of a heart as I approach the altar. Am I afraid? Exhilarated? Or maybe it feels right? Whoops, I meant exhilarated, but I pressed the wrong button. I'm ready for Rohana to know me. I'm ready to know myself. I feel her curiosity in this sacred place. I know I am in her sight. Whoa. Oof. Oh. Whoa. Wait, shit, what did it say? Oh, okay. So this makes traveling and then climbing much easier. Or jumping and then climbing, rather. We can't all come and go by bubble. But apparently some of us can. Oh, I thought I already picked that one up. Or is there one deeper in there? Yeah, the guy up there. Yeah, yeah. This is really peaceful, actually. Good catch. It's okay, we both lost the same amount. Because you actually, like, you don't get any by just idly being in. You catch very often, and I catch not very often. I have more Foss coins than you, though. It's a joke, because I literally have infinite Foss coins. That's the thing. Oh, the beetles. I can't do this yet. What's the thing? Oh, Battle Royale. A buddy. Ooh, that's how I'm getting beat the fuck up. Damn, y'all are mean. Chum, like your buddy. Yep, there I go. Oh, now I can reach this building, though, probably. Whatever the heck that is. Wait, that used to be in the sky, and now it's not in the sky. As she looks out across the landscape, Ziki's shoulders sag a little. I wonder what she's thinking about. What are you looking at? Ziki's voice is weakly incredulous. I don't know how she's done it. That Ilaria over there. Follow her gaze to a little speck in the distance, which I now understand is her daughter, Ilaria. Does she need help? Ziki shakes her head. No, she's fine, and I'll get her. I'm just... She shrugs. Parenting. I suppose I'll know more about that when I'm older. Is it 'cause you're a mod that you can assign the amount? Or can anyone do that? The balloon was more fun than the person in it. Ah, kids are just so blunt. I approached the cartographer. Ah, greetings, child. I saw you looking longingly at my great balloon. Quite a piece of work, isn't she? It's bigger than I thought. I tried to explain when I first saw the balloon. I thought it was very small and somewhat far away, but now I see it's quite large and it was very far away. I fumble through the explanation, though, and the cartographer just nods without saying anything. I nod back. Well, good to meet you, and oh, I should introduce myself. I'm Jordan. I tell him I'm Sable. Suppose if you've come all this way to see me, it's probably a map you're after, eh, Sable? I would love a map. Tell the cartographer I'd love a map. Of course you would. That'll be 50 cuts. To my ears, that's a fair price for a map, but too expensive for a pre-gliding glider with empty pockets. I tell Jordan I'll be back. I'll need to ask Jotty for some money. Farewell, child. I do not know. Hi, I'll ask you for some money in a minute. Why is your leg like that? When I return to Hilal, it's clear they know what I've just experienced. They're excited on my behalf, in a way that makes me miss them before I've even left. Isn't it incredible? How does it feel? Fun! I tell Hilal that hovering is exciting, and ramble for a moment about all the things I'll be able to do when I'm out there in the world. Most of them involve me falling on my head and not getting hurt, but I'm sure I'll come up with more in practice. Right? You can do anything you want. Hilal's mood doesn't darken, but the sigh they let out holds a bit of sorrow. You're very lucky, you know. I miss it so much, that feeling. Just floating on the breeze. But I suppose it's best that it fades with age, hmm? Or else I might never have come back from my gliding. I'd just be out there heaving myself into chasms. It stops. I'll heave myself into chasms for you. Tell Hilal I'll throw myself into 1,000 chasms on their behalf, and they giggle. That's what I like to hear. Right. I know people manage to keep it up, but I don't know that I've got the time to practice as much as they do. It takes a really serious focus. Hilal laughs, even if there's a bit of regret in it. I certainly haven't got that. Still, I suppose the gliding wouldn't mean much if it were all gains and no loss, hmm? I think about that, but decide that there is already too much loss on my mind to consider it much further. I am saying goodbye to my clan, my family, my home, my childhood. To lose the perpetual is a sacrifice for another time. You're gonna love it out there, Sable, even when you don't. My advice? Try to have fun. There's a lot to be said about ritual and independence and all that out there, but the world's an easier place if you put joy first. I thank Hilal for their advice and for their help, and tell them I'll miss them. It'll be over before you know it. A warning and a reassurance, all in one. I say goodbye to Hilal. Before I go, Hilal gestures towards the towers. It seems Cizo wishes to see me before I leave the clan. Cizo has a task for me.